What's up, everybody? Carolina Giant Pot coming at you. Sunday, August the 19th, 2018. We're 13 days away from the start of big-time college football at Saturday, September 1st, when most everybody's going to kick off. Actually, some teams are going to kick off on August the 30th. So, yeah, they don't have that many days away. They're just like 11 days away. But at any rate, I wanted to get on here and make a video real quick about something that's been gnawing at me for the past few weeks. We need to start becoming better fans. A lot of us need to learn how to be better fans of our college football team and our college sports team in general. You know, there's a lot of people on there that say, "Well, I'm a Duke basketball fan, but I'm a Clemson football fan," or such as that. What? You can't have multiple schools that you pull for, unless it's like a deal where you went to a school, a smaller school or something like that, and then you want to, you're going to kind of adopt a larger school. I know people, I have friends that went to the Citadel, and you know they've adopted Clemson as their team, or South Carolina as their team, because the Citadel is what it is. You're not competing for the college football playoff or anything like that. So they kind of adopt that, and that kind of stuff I have no problem with, but they still pull for the Citadel in all sports. For example, my main thing is don't be delusional. Don't be delusional. Don't make dumb claims. Don't make dumb, baseless claims that you can't back up, that your team's not going to be able to back up. That's just going to make you look dumb. Now I can sit here and talk trash all day long, and I will, and I'll run my mouth and flap my jaws a little bit to the Georgia fans and the Clemson fans and the Tennessee fans and the Florida fans and the Kentucky fans and pretty much anybody that we're going up against fans. But I can also keep it real, and I do. Don't make claims. Don't say dumb things like, my team's going 11-1. My team's going 12-0. They're going to make it the college football playoff. And you know good and darn well it's not going to happen. And 7-5, 8-4 is your ceiling. That's the best you're going to do. That's all your talent is going to allow you to do. Yet you still continue to make dumb claims that are delusional. Don't be delusional. Okay? Don't say you're going to beat your rival by 3 touchdowns when you know good and well they've just skull-drug you for the past 4 times you played them, 4 or 5 years in a row. Your rivals beat you, but y'all going to beat them this year. No, it's not. Talked last night on the video, the series I'm doing, the Destroying Las Vegas series, when I'm talking about the West Virginia-Tennessee game. We're talking about the known versus the unknown, and West Virginia being the known. We know what West Virginia can do. We know what they're capable of. We don't know what Tennessee's going to be able to do. We have no clue. We're in the dark with them on a lot of things, but we do know a little bit about their history. And you got to kind of look at that when you're picking games and you're predicting a winner and a loser. You got to look at your team's history and the kind of things that they're predisposed to doing. If you know that over the past 10 years, your team has been mediocre, a 6-6, 7-5 team, and has been absolutely terrible on the road in the conference games, well, guess what? In week 5, when you're facing a team on the road that has just as much talent as you do, you guys are about equal, has a probability of not having many injuries, and so does your team. You're probably going to lose. You're probably going to lose because your team is predisposed to not playing well on the road. Now, some teams turn that around. And when that happens, that's when a change is made. That's when that team starts to elevate up to the next level. So if your team's not in the process of elevating up to the next level, you don't need to be delusional and make those kind of claims that they're going to be, because you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Me and my mama used to go to all the South Carolina games. We went to every home game from 1983 to year 2000. So a lot of years of games that we went to, every home football game. And one thing she always would say, it didn't matter who we were playing, I always said we were going to lose. You know why? I figured out she was doing that, and she told me later on that it was true. That's why she did that. It's because if she talked about losing and she set us up to lose, that when we did lose, she wasn't going to be disappointed. And if we won, she's going to be happy. So that's kind of what I'm looking at there. Number 2. You have to watch the games. You got to watch what's going on, okay? And a lot of us, we work on Saturday. That's just the way it is. But you can catch those games, y'all. If you got cable, if you got Charter, Spectrum, whatever, Sunburst, whatever that one in Florida's called, you got DVR that thing. Make sure you watch the game. Make sure you watch. A lot of these teams have replays. They play it on Sunday night. They play replays. Watch it then. Watch it on YouTube. If you have a streaming system like I do, Sling TV, it's kind of crappy. I wouldn't recommend it to a lot of people, but they play games all day long, replays of games from previous week. Watch it there. Make sure you watch what's going on, because you have to be able, when you're talking football on social media or wherever, at work, school, whatever, you got to be able to know what's going on. You got to know that one of your key players got hurt. You got to know that your team scored 14 points off fumbles and off of one interception that the other team made, and that might be why y'all won that game last week, and maybe that's, that you're not quite as good as you think you are, and that team made some mistakes, and it wasn't exactly what you done, but kind of what they didn't do. You got to watch the games. You got to be involved. You cannot be delusional, and you have to support your team. You support your team no matter what, okay? That's the final point I want to make. You support your doggone team no matter what happens, okay? In 2015, my South Carolina Gamecocks went 3-9 in regular season, okay? 3-9. They lost to the Citadel the next to last game of the season. They lost to the stinking Citadel, 23-22. Guess what? The next week they played Clemson. Guess what? I was at work. We had that thing turned on in the back. I was going back there every 2 minutes. I was watching. I was checking my phone. I wasn't giving up on my team. I was not giving up on my team. When we lost that game 37-32 and Clemson was ranked number 1, guess what? All I did was crow about, I cannot believe that we hung within 5 points of the elite national champions. Well, they weren't national champions. The elite national game participants, as it were. Gave them hell. Give them hell. Still do. It was fun. You have to stick by your team, okay? Moral victories, sometimes they're just as good as real ones when the chips are down. And believe me, being a fan of the University of South Carolina, I've been well versed in moral victories over the years and having to accept moral victories when we really couldn't get one on the scoreboard. I don't care who your team is. I don't care who they are. I don't care what your expectations are. That's why I'm talking about don't set them too high. Don't get disappointed, okay? Don't allow yourself to get disappointed. You stick with your team. I don't care who it is. I don't care if your team goes 1-10 and loses that last game 60-0, goes 1-11. I don't care if your team is crappy UTEP. You stick by them no matter what. Because guess what? You chose to be a fan of them. You chose to be a fan of them. They didn't come out and pick you. They did not come out and pick you. I know a lot of people say, I was born into it. But bull. You have the ability to make a decision. You make a decision and you stick with it. That's your team. Don't you give up on them. 13 days, guys and gals. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I'll see y'all later. Peace, and I'm out of here. Go Gamecocks, and oh, by the way, go Coach Boom.